Hi everybody, I'm Daniel Walthers, and this morning I wanted to talk about an area that we might forget about, or something that you maybe haven't thought about until the time comes when you have to do this. So I've got some carriers here, and regardless if you're working with your birds, corvid, parrot, or your dogs, this is something I think that's pretty important. It's something we do with the babies when we originally raised them, and the reason we do that is because I think it desensitizes them to these crates and to going in and being moved and not get more stress. Because what happens is, you know, we might have our pet bird, and our pet bird maybe never gets in a crate until it's time to go to the vet, or you know, we're having a problem. And what people I think don't realize is that when then you put them in the crate, you add more stress and you're making things even worse. So I think this is something that we need to do. We need to actually put our birds in these crates from time to time. We do it almost on a daily basis when they're young. And that's because I know when we go to ship them, they've got to be in a crate. I want them comfortable. I don't want them stressing out or, you know, make things worse because they've not been in them. It's kind of like this. Some of you that have horses maybe can relate to this, but a lot of times we have horses and they're on our farm, and then we have a problem or we have to move them, and we go to put them in a trailer. And that trailer is real claustrophobic for the horse, just like these crates are very claustrophobic for your birds or any type of animal that you're going to put in it. And then we add to the stress. So then what do? We work and work for hours, try to get those horses in those trailers. And so over the years I learned, hey, we need to really learn to get these horses comfortable in those trailers, so when the time comes, even if we don't do this very often on a regular basis as far as you know, putting them on the trailer and going somewhere, at least we're ready if we ever need to, if something happens and we have to transport them. So this is really the same way, same thing. And I wanted to show you, we use just a medium crate. You can use a wire crate. If your birds are uncomfortable with one this small, you can go with a larger one and then slowly go to a smaller one until they're very comfortable. You can give them treats in the crate. That's usually helpful. If they're afraid of going in, what I usually do is I will walk toward the crate, and as they get nervous, if they get real nervous, I'll stop, wait till they relax, and then I'll actually walk away. So I'm actually releasing pressure. And the crate to me is pressure. That's something that makes them nervous. That's something that creates that pressure. And so I don't want them to get to the point where they're jumping and going crazy before I put them in. I want to basically come to the point where they're gonna get too nervous and jump, and then I want to back away. But I'll stop, relax, and then once they relax, I walk away. Next time I get closer and closer, and pretty soon we're just setting them in. And I want to show you this setup here. What we do is we use different things in the bottom. And on this one, let me show you this. These are mats that you can get at Walmart and so forth. Very inexpensive, and they do work. The downside to these is the birds can get real messy because it doesn't really absorb anything. We've used shredded paper, which is kind of messy. And that works. There's lots of different things you can put in the crate, but I really like, these are my favorite. These are mats, and this mat actually is half of a mat, and IKEA actually carries these. It's hard to see. I'm going to see if you can see that. They're plastic, and it's like grass. And so what happens is when they go to the bathroom or they step on it, it goes down inside, and this keeps them very clean, and it works great. You can pull it out, hose it off, and put another one in. So I have multiple of these, and I'll just swap them. There's one in here right now, and you just pull it out, wash it, and you're all set. And I do put a perch in there. This is a cement perch, but we put it in very low and just away from the door a little bit. So if they're sitting on the perch and we have food and water on the door, if we're shipping them, or if they're traveling a ways, they can sit on this and still eat. And I do love, and I talk about this in a lot of my videos, I do love the vet wrap, and that's this. And we do wrap all the perches with the vet wrap. Now, if it's a parrot, I understand that doesn't work too well. because they'll pull it off. But with the corvids, it works great. So that's what I suggest there as far as the perches. So just wanted to point out that this is something we really should do, and we should do it often, especially when they're young. If we get this done when they're very young, then it's going to be easy. Then you won't have any problems, and we aren't going to add to that stress when they're already stressed from maybe a problem or an issue that you're dealing with when you bring them to the vet. So let's go ahead and do some crating, and it's good training anyway. It's something that's a little scary for these guys usually, but if you do it enough, they'll actually enjoy it so much that they'll actually run over to get into the crate. So that's what we're really after. So I hope this is helpful for everybody out there, and it's part of the training that we do, like I said, when these guys are young, and I think it helps really put a foundation on these guys. So thanks for watching. We'll talk to you guys soon.